Michael Burry, Steve Hanke, Bill Gurley, Ray Dalio. Over the last 90 days, all of these incredibly influential figures have come out and said the exact same thing. AI is a bubble, and it might just be about to pop. But get this, JPMorgan and Goldman Sachs, they're saying the absolute opposite.
Welcome to this explainer. Here is our agenda for today. The bubble warning, the spending gap, warning signs, real profits, strategic necessity, and finally, the verdict. We're going to impartially look at 2 reasons the bubble case is real and 2 reasons it's not, so you can decide for yourself.
Section 1. The Bubble Warning. Okay, let's dive right into this.
Right now, the global financial debate is incredibly polarized. And honestly, you need to know exactly what's going on behind the scenes here, because the stakes among these financial heavyweights over the last 90 days couldn't possibly be higher. We are seeing a massive divide. On one side, we've got the bears. We're talking about the world's most respected venture capitalists and hedge fund founders literally warning of an impending crash. But then, directly at odds with them are the bulls. The world's largest banks and institutional powerhouses are insisting this rally is fundamentally sound. Now, obviously, they can't both be right.
Section 2. Real bubble. The spending gap.
Let's look at the very first reason the bubble case is looking very, very real. There's an unprecedented, almost unbelievable gap between spending and revenue right now. Analysts have completely revised their 2026 capital expenditure expectations for the major tech companies to an astonishing $667 billion. Yeah, you heard that right. That is a 24% increase from just the start of earnings season and a massive 62% jump compared to 2025. And remember, that's just being spent this year alone on data centers, chips, and infrastructure.
And it gets crazier. This wave of AI spending is on track to completely eclipse the dot-com era in sheer spending intensity. The capital expenditure to sales ratio is projected to hit 34% this year, and a staggering 37% by 2028. We are looking at roughly $2 trillion being spent between 2026 and 2028. To put that into perspective, it completely dwarfs the 32% peak we saw right near the turn of the century.
The issue here is that these companies are spending at a rate that is entirely unjustified by current AI revenue. It is a massive, massive bet on future returns. Bill Gurley recently warned that the exorbitant amounts of money being spent are a huge red flag, pointing out that one day we might just trip and run out of money on all these things. And Michael Burry? Well, he told us subscribers that we are looking at the scene of the bloody car crash minutes before it happens.
Section 3. Real bubble. Warning signs.
This brings us to the second reason this bubble feels incredibly real, and it's rooted in some classic macroeconomic warning signs. The economist Ruchir Sharma uses what he calls the 4 O's to diagnose bubbles, and this brilliantly illustrates how the AI boom is flashing red on every single box of his checklist simultaneously. We just covered overinvestment. Then Americans hold a record share of wealth in equities, primarily AI-related, which gives us over-ownership. Big tech is issuing massive amounts of debt to fund this whole arms race, so there's over-leverage. And finally, we have overvaluation.
To put that overvaluation into perspective, the one-year surge in today's top 10 stocks hit an incredible 784%. Let that sink in. Back during the pre-dot-com peak, that number was a mere 622%.
Steve Hanke pointed out that back in 2000 it was the internet, and today in 2026 it's AI. He put it pretty simply. If it looks like a duck, swims like a duck, and quacks like a duck, well, it probably is a duck. Having 2 highly credible economists reaching the exact same conclusion at the exact same time, that is definitely not nothing.
Section 4. False bubble. Real profits.
But let's just take a breath for a second and look at the other side of the aisle. The first reason the bubble case might be completely false is that we are looking at real companies with massive, rapidly growing earnings. We're not talking about zero-profit entities like Pets.com here. In fact, the price-to-earnings multiple has actually compressed from 22 down to 21 times. That literally means earnings are growing faster than the stock price, which is the exact opposite of a bubble. Just look at the forward PE ratio. At the peak of the dot-com boom, it was at 60 times. Today, it sits at approximately 26 times. The earnings are doing all the heavy lifting here, making these stocks significantly cheaper relative to their earnings than during the apex of the dot-com era.
And these aren't just theoretical numbers. These earnings are being driven by tangible, measurable returns across major industries. We're actually seeing it in JPMorgan's fraud detection, in American Express's real-time personalization, in AI-designed molecules in pharmaceuticals, and even Alphabet's search query volumes, which are actually increasing thanks to AI overviews.
The growth we're seeing here is driven by fundamental business performance and incredibly strong balance sheets rather than just irrational speculation.
Section 5. False bubble. Strategic necessity.
Which brings us to the second reason the bubble case might be false. The institutions with the most money at stake are simply not acting like a crash is coming. Take JPMorgan CEO Jamie Dimon. He is entirely unconcerned about AI being a bubble. He explicitly stated that while some aspects might be a bit stretched, in total, it will probably pay off.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the consensus among the biggest financial players. Look at these targets for the S&P 500. We've got JPMorgan at 7,500, Deutsche Bank at 8,000, Morgan Stanley at 7,800, and Goldman Sachs at 7,600. Every single major bank is projecting the market significantly higher, not lower.
And they understand that for big tech, this kind of spending isn't just optional. Hyperscalers are investing so heavily because not deploying AI means completely losing their competitive positions within the next 5 years. So this is not irrational exuberance. This is strategic necessity. If they don't spend it now, they simply won't exist later.
Section 6. The verdict. Let's really slow down and think about this for a moment.
So where does this all leave us? Let's take a beat to look at an honest synthesis of both opposing arguments here. The truth is, both sides are right, just about different things. The bears are absolutely correct about the historic spending gap, the elevated concentration risk, and the fact that all 4 macroeconomic warning signs are undeniably flashing red. But on the flip side, the bulls are equally correct that these companies have real, legitimate earnings, compressing multiples, incredibly strong balance sheets, and applications that are generating real, tangible productivity gains.
So the crucial point is this. A bubble doesn't actually require the underlying technology to fail. It only requires that the financial returns accrue to fewer participants than the market is priced in. The technology can be 100% real, and the market can still be completely overpriced. Both of these things can be true at the exact same time.
This debate won't truly be settled until we actually know the answer. And honestly, by then it'll be far too late to debate it. So you have to focus on the analytical actions you can actually control. Know exactly what you own. Know your specific time horizon. Don't make decisions based purely on headlines. Don't panic sell, but don't blindly hold either. Most importantly, just think.
That is exactly what this explainer is built for. Giving you the raw facts, clearly structured. No BS. Only RS. Real shit.
If this explainer gave you a clear picture of the forces moving the market today, please hit that subscribe button. But before you go, I want to hear directly from you. Do you think the AI bubble is real? Yes or no? Drop your one-word answer down in the comments. See you next time.